Welcome everybody to my fifth story. Hope you're all well. We've reached the tipping point. The mother of all storms is brewing and she's getting closer. All aboard the ark! First it's the herd quitters, the ones who know something is up and no longer want to follow the herd. They know something is wrong but are yet to work it out. Then the early uniques, the ones who are curious and have a passion to learn more. They are more concerned about spreading the word. This is important for the greater good. Then there's the flow effect, as the ramp to the ark becomes more comfortable than being stagnant. This applies both metaphorically and physically. The pain starts to pinch. It's not urgent, but staying on this curve means chronic pain is imminent. Watch out! Here they come. The ones who always leave everything to the last minute. The ones that have been meaning to, but just never got around to it. There's mayhem on the ramp. Just wait your turn, no running, no barging your way through. Steady on, fella. Make way for the last minute people. At this exact moment in time, there is also the FOMOs. They hate being left out for fear of missing something critical. They will inevitably enjoy these 4 days, but the fear of missing out grips them stronger. Finally, there are the crocodiles. They know exactly where they need to be, but they wait. Eyes above the water surface, patient, calculated, in absolutely no rush whatsoever. These are the power behind the herd. The steady but sure wins the race. The ones who pay extra because they waited to the last round of ticket releases. The conferences have been seen and noted months ago. Now is the time, the week before tickets close, to make their purchase. Human nature fascinates me. I understand there are many variables when buying tickets, especially for those of us who own animals and work the land. However, this natural curve of ticket purchasing relates so well with the regenerative response seen in nature. Succession of plant species, plants we call weeds. It starts with the hardy ones. These have to pave the way for the other plants who are only here short term, just to spice up the soil life. Then come trusty weed species that are longer term, more compatible to the farming and grazing practices, the ones who are comfortable just growing, not encroaching. Succession shifts up a gear to produce fast growing and quickly multiplying ground cover. How you manage them is up to you, but understand why they come in thick and fast. With good management, these fast-spreading ground covers improve the soil quickly to allow for the palatable species to germinate and show their faces, the ones who are often lost to overgrazing. Finally, as the soil regenerates into a sweet-smelling, high-functioning living organism, there is the last surge of highly prized native species, the ones full of nutrients that are at the end of the line of succession. Everything goes full circle. Ticket sales are flowing before the surge. Full house in all 4 events is imminent. The ark is filling. Let's tip the point of no return. There's a lot of psychological friction going on there for me, because this is where I believe the delusion started to set in, and what I could see and what was actually happening were worlds apart. By willing all of this into existence was almost all I had left at this moment in time. I like this story though. It I don't know, taps into a different part of your brain with the ticket sales, with the bell curve, and then taking that and superimposing it onto succession with plants. I think in a way, and again, I don't know how it came to existence. That was my subconscious speaking, but I'm actually pretty proud of this one. It ticks a lot of boxes for me. And it's just, yeah, where I was in this moment in time when I wrote it, the truth behind it was, I've done everything I know that I can to get ticket sales to happen, and it's not happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to will it into existence. And that is how I wanted it to happen. So interesting. A bit of a peep into, like looking under the sheet into my existence and the way that my mind works. Because I'm always phenomenally optimistic about everything. So when I start to look at things in a detrimental way, in a dark way, in a occluded or clouded way, you know there's trouble around the corner. Okay, that's it. Belonging to Earth.